going on, Snoop?
What up, Clips?
About ready to shoot this podcast, man.
Let's do it.
Ready?
Let's do it. Yeah. And we're back here with Isaac Unciano. He's one of my best friends. You might know him as MasterClipz. He's one of the best videographers and photographers at the DMV. And he's also my third music video director of photography. And he shot and gotten damn near every photo from the streets of me over these past 9 years. What are you doing with that shit, bro? Take that off.
I'm not shooting this?
No. Sit down, bro.
I'm the guest?
You're the guest today.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
about to
please
say.
hold.
Take the road.
Stand by for operating assistance.
That's crazy, bro. How much does all that shit cost?
Probably the down payment I'm saving up for my house.
You look like the fish from Finding Nemo, bro.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about. All right, fine. We'll put it over here. We'll turn this off. We'll turn this off.
I didn't really tell him he was the guest. I kind of told him, yo.
He was like, let's shoot a podcast. I was like, I got you, bro. I shoot productions for a living.
Yeah, I kind of told him I needed him just to get the podcast done, but hey.
Oh, man. This is a little different.
Yes, sir. So first and foremost, let's do it. Shout out Brian De Palma. We thank you always for all of your movies. And shout out John Watts. You know, the new Spider-Man. I think I can spoil it if you didn't see it yet, because that shit's been out for a while. But, like, I usually I very much severely dislike what Marvel had done with a lot of stuff. And that's a side comment. That's definitely a future episode. But bringing all three of these fuckers back, recreating the meme in real time with, Toby, Tommy, and Andrew Garfield, like, damn.
Yeah, it's crazy. Everybody just pointing at each other.
Boom, boom. But it was crazy to see it brought to life on screen. I think that it really was like one of those game change ideas, kind of like the game change Beetlejuice. I'm still saying it. You know, it's mid-October right now. We're just about to be over the hump of October. I hope you're ready for Halloween.
Libra season, baby.
Libra season. Oh, you just had a birthday, by the way, right?
Yeah.
How was that shit? What'd you
we
do?
hit that dirty 30. I actually went to the Black Sheep with the
30.
wife. It was crazy. The Black Sheep was one of the best restaurant experiences I've ever had. Shout out to Travis, who was my... Travis was an excellent waiter and made the dining experience so much better, to be honest.
Wait, the waiter.
Yes.
That's cool.
The food was bomb, but if you don't have a dope waiter,
shit.
like, it's going to be a boring experience, in my opinion.
I know you fucking waited tables, but you were a barista actually after I left Starbucks. Man, anybody though who work in the food service stuff, they know what's good, bro. Like, if you go out to eat, like, tip hard if it's good, but if it's bad, don't just be leaving zeros, bro.
Nah,
no one deserves a zero.
Leave
you know
a dollar.
What I mean? Leave a note. Make it a coaching. Make it some coaching. You know
That's
what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Leave
You
a
know what I'm
note,
saying?
not
Leave
a tip.
note.
That's crazy. Just
Wild
the tip.
thing
Pause.
about Clips, bro, you're the only person I know. You and your wife got the same birthday.
Yes.
That shit
Yes.
crazy, bro.
2 hours older. Shout out to wifey.
What are the? I wonder what the probability is on that. For real.
Slow. I've only heard of one other person. One of my followers was like, yeah, my boss and his wife have the same birthday. I was like, what's their names? And crazy enough, her name is Sarah, but his name is not Isaac.
I know people, actually, these kids, these fuckers I grew up on the bus with, and one of them, I guess I got to say shout out, but shout out to, let's pause with the shout out. But they grew up on the bus. They're Logan and Logan, a girl and a guy. I grew up near Logan, the girl. She was in my neighborhood. But Logan, the guy, was one of my like really good friends from drama club. He was the older brother, and then his father taught at the high school. And like my last year of school, before I got kicked out of school, like I was in AV club, and in the mornings I got to go in this shit. And like he really opened me up. Mr. Barrier, shout out, bro. Seriously, he so just like developed my love for cinema. I don't even think he realized it, but he would just sit there and be like, so you see this? Or say, you see that? And like he had movie posters all throughout his fucking office, bro.
I can relate.
We did shit just like this with the podcast. I feel like it's something that got me so comfortable because sometimes people would fake or skip school or whatever the fuck, and they're supposed to do the morning announcements. And like he would sometimes let us skip in, let us do it over the intercom. And like I love doing that shit. It actually would give me like those feelings. It's funny, I was talking last night about my wife. Like the first song I ever sang in front of people was "I'm a Bee" by Black Eyed Peas type shit. And just that feeling when I was a kid, when I first felt what it was like to perform in front of people, but not just like a musical, but a song you want to do and something you want to perform. Yeah, that shit got me hooked. But thank you, Mr. B, bro. It's crazy though. His kid Logan married to Logan.
We're gonna shout out teachers, man.
Logan
shout out
Logan.
Nancy Mantelli, West Potomac. She's retired now, traveling the world, or the country, I should say, not the world.
West Potomac, what, high school?
Yeah.
What'd she teach?
She taught television production. She got me into the ropes of all of this stuff.
That's
my
crazy.
boy
It gives me
Johnny.
goosebumps to hear.
Yeah.
We hear, my mom was a special ed teacher, bro. So like that was different as a kid growing up with a teacher, because when I was young, it created all these like not necessarily good habits. Like I like naturally, I guess the way my mom like raised me and shoved like I remember I read short books and then I stopped for a little bit from going from the short stories all the way to like, and then it was Harry Potter that got me back on the horse for reading.
Did not read any of the books. Too long.
It was after I saw the movie, so then it played in my head like a movie. Like I love seeing a movie first, because then when I read the book, it's like it's like the deleted scenes, like they get filled in and shit.
Yeah.
And my brain I'm such a visual learner and just visual person that when I have something visual, like a movie to go off of, then it like creates the shit in my head, I guess, when like I'm reading the book. But like having a mom as a teacher was good all the way till like I started getting in trouble, fucking doing shit.
Let's talk about the times you got in trouble, man. Let's just briefly.
Actually, yeah.
That time I picked you up at the gas station. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Clips. He bailed me out of jail multiple times. Oh my God, Fairfax County.
Shout out Fairfax. Not really though.
Yeah, that was crazy. I actually got a cool story. It's funny. I don't have my Apple Watch on because I got my tat redone from Sean Bow recently. I got this shit retouched up. I got a Bobby pin. Bobby actually turned 21 this year a couple weeks ago.
You have a Bobby pin. It's a pin with Bobby's face. Bobby from King of the Hill. So funny.
Yeah, but shaped like a Bobby pin because my hurt. Fucking, sorry, I'm high. What were you? Let's go back.
Rewind. Where were we?
Yeah. Do you remember?
I don't know.
You're not high.
No. Haven't smoked in 22 days. About to crack that, though, I think.
This is pretty cool. Oh, wait. Apple Watch, though.
Apple Watch.
We'll save it. I'll hit it.
You were talking about your tattoos.
Multiple times though, when I got picked up, like even at one time I got picked up at Starbucks, and but before the Starbucks pickup, like when you bailed me out of my shit, it
was the time when you flipped the car.
Okay, so one was
when you crashed the car on the way
back.
That
was like the third time though. The first time when I got picked up, I'm just trying to think back, because one I went down to Fairfax downtown, the other one I went to Fairfax off of Route 50, like near the Starbucks. Like that was the Starbucks incident.
That was crazy.
But I remember I had my Apple Watch on. And these were so new, and it was kind of like how it's like James Bond spy shit. The cops like didn't really like Apple hadn't pushed it hard. It's kind of like these new Apple Pro Vision sets. Mm-hmm. They're pushing it, but not everyone realizes that that's there, that's actually a thing. I'd be explaining it to so many people, like, just fucking watch a video. But like, I called Clips from the
Apple Watch.
But I called them from the Apple Watch when I was in the jail cell, and they came in, they like tried to drop some plugs names and shit on me, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, I'll wait it out.
I just got a call.
I just started talking to Clips, and like at first, like I was doing it from far, but then like at one point, like I leaned down, I was like blah blah blah, but then like I think I talked too loud because someone heard me and they came in and ripped that shit off. But after like 5 minutes, right? So I was able to get Clips ready, and then I think when they transferred me from there the first time, like it was just they sent me over some. You know what it was? Those vapes. I passed those vapes. I was like putting shit in the Starbucks cups. These joints actually. But like the first level, if y'all remember when these first bitches came out,
they were like battery
so small,
and everything.
They were screw on. They were all screw on, and like basically we was just on a hustle with it. I was putting them in Starbucks cups on a tray. Other drinks and shit. Like it was easy for me to move them around and shit. No one's ever thinking it. And like some dumb bitch got it, stopped. No, I'm not gonna say that. She said the coolest shit to me ever. Rewind. I'll take that back because it wasn't her fault. But she got stopped because they were surveilling me, I guess. And fucking because they're surveilling me because they were really after the plug. And fucking she got like pulled over right after she left Starbucks, and when they stopped her, she hadn't taken them out. So that's how they figured that out. And they went right back then to me because that gave them, I guess, probable cause to come try to scoop my ass. And fucking, after that happened, though, she literally texted me that big shot bar. Tonight we took an L, but tomorrow we'll bounce back. Wow. I'm like, so I got respect for that chick, bro.
Wow.
Like, especially, I mean, I just remember being like, yo, I was pretty, like, caught off guard. But I was still on that mindset at the time, like, okay, this is a speed bump. I wasn't like, whoa, the car is broken. It's a trap car. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I was just like, okay, how am I going to get around this and keep
crazy times, bro.
But then the really, my brick wall, and I say it metaphorically, but actually was when After that happened, that was what, February 8th, 2018.
Damn.
And then I was like, I'm gonna move my trap out of Fairfax because Fairfax County Drug Task Force just has like an unlimited fund of money, which is good in a way. Like, I mean, because when you think about it, the real drugs, like weed's legal now. Like, weed is legal now. This charge, legal now, bro. I'm a felon for it, but it is legal now. So like, you do want these. I mean, I feel like now that I'm older, I'm 27. I'm not breaking the law like at all now because like I love my freedom. And like, so now, like, when I see cops, like, I just don't, like, speed crazy.
Would you
and if
say,
I do get into interactions, like, I just try to respect it and keep on moving, bro.
Thing,
I count my blessings that, like, we have complexion of protection in a way. We got lucky, bro. Like, not everyone can just scoot past. My charge comes up half the time when I get stopped now, but I'm just, like, honest with them. And, I mean, they've been keeping it a buck back. I've been getting a lot of warnings. If I've been getting pulled up, I haven't got any tickets or nothing, like, for years, bro. I've been, like, clean as a fucking whistle. But, like, 3 days after that, I was like, I'm going to move my trap to, what was that? Liberty University. Because even conservatives smoked. We all knew that back then.
Crazy.
And, like, it's all just state police out there. There's no local drug task force. And, like, my dumbass worked a Clopin. I closed at Starbucks. Then I opened at Starbucks. And then I closed again. So that's like
a Clopin.
Clopin.
Close, I've never
open,
heard of that. I guess I'm not a big enough hustler.
Every job I've worked at, they all have like a weird, like in the car business, it's bells. Because in the old days, they used to have a bell ring when it opens and closes. Kind of like the stock market. Mm-hmm. So if you work bells, you're working bell to bell.
Gotcha.
But like at Starbucks terms, they used to call that shit clopening. Like 1 to 9 p.m. to close the store. Then you're up in the morning, 4:30 to open to noon. And then I did 1 to 9, but instead in the morning that morning, I was doing the Starbucks Chipotle because I had already gotten caught up on some small shit from some other bitch with a fucking undercover. Damn, these bitches fucking, they just always just rogue you, bro. Why has it always been a female?
Will you say you catching the felony is what made you want your freedom more?
Yes.
Because you didn't
like,
really know
so when I had my
what
shit,
it was like.
I mean, we can continue because like I had my pending charges in Fairfax from February 8th. On the concentrated Schedule 1 substance. They class it like heroin, dog. They class it like heroin.
Talk about
from when I got caught
vapes.
at Starbucks and when you first bailed me out. And then you also bailed me out. Now I remembered earlier, the first time I got caught up in the 703.
Wait, before he says this, he would send me money to call him in jail, so I knew what to do, okay? Like, just making sure y'all
Shout
know.
out Apple Watch.
Yeah, he was like, yo, Clips, bro. But I'm putting money on the thing so that you can talk.
You know?
I get calls from the jail like, who's calling me from jail? Oh, it's
You
Johnny.
have a collect call from Albemarle, Charlottesville Regional Jail. I'll never forget that one, bro. Because I never really did the call shit much from Fairfax because, like every time I get caught up in Fairfax, I'd bail out. I always got a bail bid. That's the thing. Like when you get caught up, if you don't know, they have this thing called a P note, and it's like a promissory note. We have them in the car. Well, I guess a lot of businesses have them because we have them in cars.
Oh, how the jail system is just like a business, isn't it?
It's a business, bro. And then like you sign like a promissory note. You pay $2,000, and then when you show up for your court date, you get your 2 G's back. It's like a fiscal promise that you'll show up. They usually give it for everything but like murder and Diddy and you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta hurt somebody.
Can't say I've ever experienced.
You gotta hurt somebody, or you really gotta hurt somebody, or fuck up a child. I feel like, or some shit to like not get a bail bid, or not conversely, but additionally. Commit a second felony when you're out on your first. If you go out on it, which I did on Fairfax, I was thinking, I'll go to Liberty. Then we're not going to get caught. There's no fucking task force. It's some state police, bro. It's like Super Troopers. This is easy, right? And
Super Troopers,
yeah, bro.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Yes, they do. Meow. Okay, I gotta add that shit actually to my list real quick. Hold up.
Meow.
Because I haven't watched that one lately with my wife.
Super Troopers.
And I read recently the legendary
Super Troopers 2's coming out.
The dude who started Legendary Films, Thomas Toll, I didn't realize that he was a producer on like Beer Fest, but I'm pretty sure that means he was involved in Super Troopers. But I saw you at the Steelers game last night talking to Elon in the booth, right?
Crazy.
They swerved past it and I was like, wait a minute, I know that guy from Beer Fest. What the fuck? Like, I knew that name from Beer Fest. I was like, there's no way it's the same time. It's the same. He's just like a hustler, bro. He starts a movie company and then, bam, billionaire. Crazy, bro. But, like...
hanging out with billionaires, dude.
when I got caught up first in Fairfax that other time, it goes back. It's funny. We talked about Silver Diner once before with Kirk Westwood. Silver Diner's a great place, but Silver Diner Springfield, like I got fucking popped there, bro. Fucking.
I think my mom used to work there 100
This
years
bitch,
ago.
bro, who used to cook for me, bro. Cook like weed in the like. I've never been a good baker, right? I'm into the chemistry, right? But like, so she would make cake pops and brownies and shit. She got caught apparently with like an egg of weed. She rolled me over an eighth. 3.5.
You just gotta tape that one, bro.
And like that's when I learned in that one when I was at Silver Diner Springfield. She's such a fat, like or not a fat, like I don't know, obese, I guess. But she was a large person, like 400 plus pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But I always had this rule, like when I was trapping, like I picked you up in my car and drove around, so there couldn't be a Fed with you. But since she was my baker, I broke my own rule. I had like Dexter rules I would never break, and like I broke it not realizing, because like she was in the small ass car, like and scrunched in the front, and like when I pulled up beside her in the parking lot, I was like, I called her like twice, and she's looking at me. I'm looking at her, and I'm like, "Yo, come on!" I'm like knocking on the window, and she just kept going like this, and eventually I forget. I was like, "Oh, I was running behind for some chick's birthday party." And I just was like, fuck it. And I like got out of my car, got in their whip. But then when I handed the money, the dude handed me the drugs, the driver who was an undercover. And that's when I learned, like when you get like a stung like that, or stung.
When you're in a sting.
When you're in a sting, but when you get stung, right? Like as you are the victim, or not victim, but the feds get you in a sting. Like you gotta like exchange with a cop, like the money and the drugs. Like if I did it in front of her, it's just like an observation, and it's a much lesser different charge. Like I didn't know that at that point because I was like 18 or 7. I think I was
living
like
your
17,
best life,
17
bro.
just turned
walls.
18, bro. But that was like the first time I got like caught up in Virginia. Like, and I had trapped for a couple years before that. So like, you know, this is what it is, bro. But like that was Silver Diner Springfield, and you bailed me out on that joint too. That was pretty early in our friendship, bro. I met Clips at fucking Starbucks, bro.
Wild story. Rewind to Starbucks, right?
Bro.
I didn't even drink Starbucks like that, but I was picking up a
saw
drink.
You skate up. That was some weird shit. I saw him pull up on a longboard, not a skateboard, but a longboard.
Cruising.
Yeah.
Enjoying my life.
You remember the first time too, right? No homo.
Whoa. Pause.
First time I'm saying like you came in, because I very much remember.
I remember talking to Alden first, actually.
Facts.
And I was like, I shoot videos and stuff. And
We're
Alden was like,
vibing
yo,
on
you need to
music.
go plug in with my boy right here.
Yeah,
and at that point, you passed me some of your music, and I
For
checked
good
it out.
times. We're gonna get all them back. We're gonna get them back like that.
One day,
We're
dude.
getting
One
music
day.
up. We get some bread coming in.
And then at the time, you were shooting the Burbs, actually, in the process of going through and shooting the Burbs, and you actually had me come out and do some like behind the scenes photos. You had Arsenal out there. You were shooting stuff out the
I remember
back of
that kind of
truck.
made your eyes glow. Like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and
you're
it's
like,
cool
yo, we're gonna
now.
burn down
Oh.
a set at George Mason University. I was like, bro, are we allowed to do something like that? Like, that actually sounds crazy.
Damn, I'm looking for. I turned my phone off for the sake of the podcast, but like my Clips photo with Clips and me is a behind the scenes photo of us like with like Jay's hanging out.
Let me see it. I think
It's so badass. So when he calls me, that photo comes up. I think about that shoot every time I see it, bro.
Dude, it's been so
talk
long
every
since
day.
then. Let me see if it's right here. Nope, it's not. My phone does not.
But yeah, you
save
came in, you were
photos.
picking up drinks, and then I knew if you were on the skateboard, I immediately was like, oh man, this man smokes weed or rolls with people who smoke weed. Because skateboarders, like, they
By
all do
default.
some type of drugs, bro. Not all of them, but that area, if you go to a skate park, how about
They're
this?
definitely blowing
There's
gas.
always some drugs somewhere, whether it's weed, whether it's some other shit. Like,
It's an unfortunate part of the culture.
It's unfortunate,
but I think we're
it's
cleaning it up. A lot of the
stereotypes
guys
are stereotypes for a reason.
A lot of the
and I don't
guys
say
are
that in a
doing
bad way.
better.
I just say that in like an analytical way. If you're going to analyze an environment and with probability and statistics.
Shout out to Duke Street. If you ever went to Duke
Yeah,
Street,
bro.
it smelled like gas.
Shout out to 4th Street back up in Chambersburg where I grew up in PA, bro. Like that 4th Street skate park taught me like the first rules of trap. And like I got licked there before once, like some fucking douchebag. Yo, thank God he's locked now, bro. He got like a 40-year charge for some other stupid shit.
Damn.
I drove up from Virginia after I moved here and started trapping, and like he was advertising on Snap low weed prices for pounds, like for L's. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna drive. I drove up. The sweet backpack my uncle had gave me too. I remember, fuck, and like he's like, yo, I did the dumbest shit ever. I like met him at the skate park. And he's like, oh, I need a bag to put it in. So I give him the backpack and the cash.
And that was the last time you
Watched him
saw that
walk
bag.
in the house. The last time I saw him or that bag. Straight Casper, bro.
Damn.
But that shit, I felt bad to him. I remember I was like, some of my other homies bred too. But like that lick, like, taking L's teaches you things, bro. Like, you gotta take losses in life.
It taught me to get out of the game, to be honest. That was my first and last
for
lick.
me, I was just like, I was on a little revenge trip for a smidge, but I don't hold grudges. I'm a very apologetic person. It's a blessing and a curse. It's a curse in the car business. Like,
Yeah.
you can't give people
I was about
second,
to get my
third
first
chances.
zipper. I was like,
all of a sudden they get a chance every time. And it's just like, that's what I've been learning as of late from my new boss. Motherfuckers like Bill Belichick, bro.
The yeller.
Except, yo, did you see Bill Belichick? Side note, this is my ADHD. He's got a 24-year-old girlfriend now.
Oh, wow.
Flores ain't on that, I don't think, but he's dope, bro. He got
money talks, man.
Hobbies,
money talks.
Yeah. No,
money
I
talks.
mean, like, he runs the shit like a sports team, and like, I feel like now I'm really learning what it's like. Like, if one motherfucker is late, we all get in trouble. We all lose the bonus. So then the sales guys will get mad at each other and then they make sure that they're all on time. It's funny. We have all these beautiful movies and shit right here, but when I got my new boss this past month, that's why I've been in like a ghost a little bit lately, because like me and my wife moved, but I got a new fucking boss, and like it went from like Joe Biden to like JD Vance. Like, and I don't say that in a political way. I say that in like, my old boss was like old, and have like old people moments, brain farts, blank out in a meeting, and then be like, "So Johnny, how many cars are you about to sell?" Like, and like now, like Flores is on some like you show, bro. He's got an itinerary for the meeting, and that was pretty crazy. But like, it's so efficient, and there's an expectation, and like when you do fail, like I got like we didn't blank yesterday. I had a lease buyout, but like that's like not a real deal, really. I mean, like, it's a freebie, like, type shit.
Speaking of cars,
Bronco.
Suburban Snoop gave me this super sick Suburban Snoop Bronco.
Keep getting on. Just hold it for 2 seconds. But no, I got a text last night because we didn't sell enough cars, and like I felt like I got in my feelings for like a couple seconds there, a couple minutes, just thinking like, damn. I felt the worst though. Not even that we didn't like sell any other cars, but because like I let Coach down in the way he talks to us. It's just like I never really played sports like that, other than I did elementary to like 5th, 6th grade, and then the trap took over. But like,
you started trapping in 5th or 6th grade?
Yeah, bro. I was just kind of in the wrong crowd. I worked at this. We went to my homies from then. Like, as I progressed in life, we all worked at this Sonic in Chambersburg. And we all like.
Did you ride? Did
bro,
you
the
skate?
only thing
did you
we
skate
did
on the
as kids,
rollerblades?
there was this roller rinks called Red Bridge Roller Rink. And it was like, went there every Friday, Saturday. They'd have all night skates. They'd have like, dude, like that's all everybody did in my town when we were youngins, because it was like affordable, $3-4 like to go, or whatever the fuck. They'd like give out coupons if your parents signed off your red books, whatever the fuck, kind of like Pizza Hut book it. Like it really developed my love, I think, for music and like hearing other music other than rap. Like I grew up just young. I was just on like hard rap. I think like as a lot of our generation of like males were, right?
Yeah.
But like it really opened my ear up to like even like Cotton Eye Joe. Like I'm not a country fan too much,
Cotton Eye Joe.
but there are country songs I love.
I've been down since a long time ago. I don't know.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you? You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like I can just like hear.
That boy's an artist. If you didn't know.
And like, yeah, dude, like feel it, bro.
Talking about Suburban Snoop here, y'all.
A little bit.
Yeah, that boy, artist.
A lot of it. But fucking, yeah, nah. It really, we did all that skate shit. So then when we were like, someone's parents like worked at Sonic and got us all hired. But it was like the ultimate like trap environment. You're mobile, you're on skates. Cars just pull in and out. And there's a reason to do it. Like, no one's questioning it. If someone pulls in, hits the button, just asks for you, and then you come out, you give them your shit and bounce, like, there's not a question.
That's like the ultimate incognito mode.
And like the boss was like in on it, like, yeah, bro. It's just like, yeah, that really like
your boss man is
that,
he's
like,
cool.
Taught the trap super hard, bro. Then they opened one in Hagerstown. All of a sudden, we're making runs to Maryland across state line. Like, bro, like it was. I was like 13. Yeah,
absolutely
dude.
wild. And
it was wild, but like that's why I never had a coach. Like I had like a plug or like
speaking of coaching,
gangster, and like it's just so different, and it's a cool feeling. But it was like when you fail, you make you feel bad, and like you feel bad you disappointed your coach.
Ultimately,
That's the point we were making. Right?
So crazy enough, downshift away from like our past and into our current / future. I have been coaching my daughter's soccer team. And
we had this on the list.
Yes.
Oh my God. I was on the phone with him last night. He's like, all right, I'm about to go do soccer, bro.
Yeah, I got to go coach soccer practice real quick, man. Crazy enough, we're on a 4-0 win streak, man. We don't take losses with the MasterClipz team. There's no L's out here.
That's crazy, bro.
One of the drills that we've been working on the past couple practices came into fruition on the field. And all the parents.
What's the age and what's the grade?
6-year-old is my youngest, and I've got, I think, an 8-year-old. So it's like 6 to 8 years old. Right,
it's Andy's team.
Yeah, Andy's team, second grade. Yep.
Wow, second grade. Okay, because I just want to think back to like my second grade. Wow, weird thing for not to swerve, but like my second grade teacher, Miss Jennings, her husband owned a car dealership, the Jennings Buick GMC Chambersburg. It's so funny to think about that. Crazy, bro. But damn, I remember second grade soccer. I feel like I did that shit.
I feel like these girls have come a long way since I started coaching them.
And I think that's like the age too, because kindergarten.
It's a pivotal moment. Either you make or break the kids.
Well, yeah, that's like you're running around in circles, and I've kind of had
the ball is a giant magnet.
Anytime he has said to me on the phone, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go coach. Like I think of kicking and screaming, like Will Ferrell. Like that's kind of what goes in my head. Like for the brief moment we talk, or I guess I'm a very visual person, and like
you're a movie buff.
But like everything to me is like a movie reference. So like and everything in my head like plays on like a little TV, like an old school like Burbs-ish TV, but maybe Burbs like a 50s TV. It's more like an 80s, 90s TV.
It's got a little bit of color,
but it's a box.
Yeah,
more like if you've seen the Perfect System video, the lyric video I made, I found a TV that's like the exact one. That like actually all memories in my head memories play on a TV versus like phone call. It's like I imagine you in like a kicking and screaming scene, but you running around like briefly.
Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, definitely.
But you actually have structure with these kids. It's not just kicking and screaming.
You know we're trying. You know, I was kind of voluntold.
4-0 is some type of structure.
Yeah, I will say I was voluntold into the position. I actually signed up as a assistant to the assistant coach because my schedule's a little hectic.
Whoa, this sounds like The Office. He's the assistant to the assistant regional manager.
And they're like, oh, you're willing to participate as a coach?
And they made you world's best boss.
They're like, head coach. And I was like, oh, snap. And then they put my wife as assistant coach. And it's been a great time since, to be honest. But I will say the one time I didn't have my AC out there, it was a rough practice. So
do you have to like think about the practice before, like while you're driving there, like what you're going to do? Or did you just show up and I'm like, okay, let me tire him out real quick. Okay, let's take some shots at goal.
Dude, honestly, it's one of those things where like you have this whole plan in your head and it just does not go to that plan at all. You just run it, you know, and then you just go with what feels right.
You have a plan in your head. That sounds
it just does not go to plan at all, you know? And it's like, I'm going to do this, and this, and I don't do any of those things, but we had an excellent practice, you know? It's like,
yeah, bro. And like, I'm really now learning on the whole, like it takes not a long time. It takes 30 days. Like our transition, like my boss came in on September 7th, and we finally popped the cherry and broke like the numbers this past weekend, which was what? I'm trying to think, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Right. And so like that took a whole month, not only to like get the cars we needed to get, you know, a couple more
transition
employees,
and bringing the new boss in.
I love how he talks about, he doesn't ever say fire. He trades people or we drop people or it's it's literally a fucking team. The way, like I said, and I've never been on a team like that, like the serious, like a high school, like I did high school cross country for like 3 weeks. And then I got like kicked out of school because we like stole a bunch of like we did some stupid clown shit, bro. So I never got to experience it, dog. And it's just like it took though a month for the transition, and it's not just buying more cars and letting some people go and bringing in some new players. It also was coaching the guys we have, showing them what they're really capable. I feel like I'm doing shit I didn't know I was capable of, and like. Yeah, bro, it's just crazy. It's crazy to see, but what? It's been 30 days for you coaching now? So you're probably starting to see some growth
close.
In these heads,
yeah. It's crazy the amount of like progression the team has had. They all work really well together now. One of those goals that was scored at the last game, it was one of those moments where all the parents are like, "Oh snap! All the hard work that you've put in came into fruition." The girl crossed it to the middle, and the other girls ran right to the middle and nailed it into the goal.
Like moving the ball, but like so I always blew by with soccer. Like soccer's fun, but I never understood. Like I always kind of joke forever. It wasn't a sport, so I bet my wife, bro. And then like. Once I met my wife and her parents first came to America they had been to America before, but the first time they came to me, fucking, It was the World Cup, and Brazil's in the World Cup,
Nice.
and like they bought me a jersey, and I was like, all right, yo, it's time to watch this as a sport. Like I have a fucking jersey now. Like I'm gonna really try to get into this, dude. You know, I'm learning Portuguese still, and it's just like,
Obrigado.
yeah, de nada, mano. And it's just like, bro, seeing the athleticism that goes into the calculation of how they fucking put the ball where they do in the spin,
everything.
and now that we have 4K Ultra HD cameras,
Bend it like Beckham.
I'll get on my knees for soccer now. I have much respect and appreciation.
It's a
like
great
as much
sport.
as we make our jokes back and forth, like I feel like football and soccer, they're apples to oranges. It's not really they're both fruits, but I wouldn't say they're the same
all the
at
football
all.
guys would call us
And
grass
I love
fairies
how
until I played
NFL
football and like nailed a couple of those guys back in the day, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's not a grass fairy."
Oh no, that's my shit.
That's you. I was like, "Oh God, is it
we're
me?"
having a good we're having a good convo though, so we'll shut that up. But like now Brazil had NFL games, and like these Brazilians love like football, bro. I've seen a couple
American
jerseys.
football,
American football,
not football.
Yeah, but we had our first American football game down in São Paulo in the Corinthians Stadium. It was cool as shit, bro. Like the Corinthians, like for soccer, like they have a huge rivalry, and like it is, you cannot wear green in that stadium. It's kind of like how like Pittsburgh's black and gold, Philly is our biggest rival is kind of Dallas, bro. Or we were talking about or Baltimore, and like so like it's like if Pittsburgh had a Pittsburgh home game and it was all purple. Like it's not cool. We don't. It's not like we fight over it, but I will say they fight over it. They fight over it.
Brazil's a different animal, bro.
It's different, but like. You should like they don't let people wear green in the stadium, right? And the two teams they picked to go send down there was Green Bay and Philadelphia.
Oh wow!
And I was just thinking, whoa, and
Double
that was
green.
like cool to see. I mean, there was some, but there was still a lot of like the white and the black jerseys type and all that stuff. But like it's cool to see the sports now to mix the way they're mixing. It's cool. Like I meet my wife; she's from Brazil. 3 years ago, right? And then like the NFL, bang! Like I love Steeler football. I don't know what the fuck y'all let happen this past week though. How the hell you stop them on 3 downs, fumble the ball, and then you let them score? Did you see the ending of that game?
I don't watch football,
dude.
Man.
We actually lost it in the last 22 seconds of the game.
Yeah,
kid you not.
That's
it was
so
such
tragic.
a good game though, and like I love my Steelers, but.
That's okay.
That man. It's hard to be on the raw end of that.
They should have Isaac
but it's
coaching.
good, I guess, because like the one thing with Pittsburgh, especially when they're good early in the season, is they just like in second half. But when they struggle throughout, they really become that steel curtain and like that old school Pittsburgh Steelers we know, bro. And like the Pittsburgh Steelers I grew up on with like Big Ben, like these motherfuckers. I got bars about it on Revenge,
Shout out
bro.
RC,
they
man. Come
out in the fourth, bro. They're just the comeback kings. They really are a fourth quarter team, but like that's why that game was so perfect. It was going neck and neck and neck. No one really had it
That's a lot of neck. We gotta pause.
I've seen us get a 3 touchdown lead and like blow it like too many times. So like it's why I like when we're fighting the whole way and we're not really just killing it because like I'm always scared. It's like too good to be true. I'd rather we be struggle, and then like in the fourth it's like game time.
It was like the opposite as a Redskins fan growing up. It was like we're winning and then we lose.
That's cool though.
Like every time.
I'm not necessarily a Redskins fan, but I got a Redskins jersey because like I'm a Washington fan and a DMV fan, and so like I'll support it at all. Like rivalries aside, I love the sport. I love the fashion. NFL's Nike.
Jerseys.
They all gotten so good with the jerseys lately, bro. So good, and like the jerseys are just like no, they're way more fashionable. I got like a fucking who's the dude who keeps getting concussed? Taganoa, or I don't know. I can't pronounce his last name.
You're talking football with the wrong guy, man.
But he's the Miami quarterback. He's out on concussion again. Beautiful fucking jersey, though.
Nice.
Let's segue to Bronco. So, like, one of my, like, latest videos, I guess latest video I shot that wasn't a lyric video, because I've been on my lyric video cap cut and grind lately. And, yeah, dude. What do you love? What's your favorite thing about Bronco?
Ooh. We'll have to just play Bronco for a second and just have to reminisce back. It was kind of just, we just wung it on that video, bro. We just
that ding 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 ding
like
ding.
guerrilla style filmmaking, like
we
no planning.
But we went so like Clips and I always something I love about you that's very similar to me is we always have a guy. You know, he's a videographer, so he actually meets exotic clients on the regular to shoot shit, right? And like I meet crazy, you know, people whether rich or not. people have connections and plugs, and networking's crazy here. So I meet a lot of my guys like do the car business, but like one day he just calls me up. He's like, "Yo, Snoop, I got a horse guy."
Oh yes, dude. That location, dude. So
yeah. And that's kind of how.
Shout out to Kenny, dude.
Dude, Cowboy Kenny.
He had us growing chickens for him. Raising chickens essentially. We had the little incubator set up, 23 chickens in a little
That's
spin
wild.
And stuff. Andy and I hatched a bunch of chickens. It was super fun. But no, that music video was super wild.
Like, he had this totally little, like, western baby town in Summer Duck. So like Summer Duck, Bumfuck, Virginia. That's a bar for real.
The ambient section of Virginia for real.
It's like we used to call that the Cove back in the day, like out in the boonies.
Yeah,
the Cove.
I call it the ambient section.
What we would say for Summer Duck is beyond the Cove is what my grandma would used to say. Oh, it's
the employee section of Bed Bath and Beyond.
Or like sometimes would be like it's a stone's throw away, or if it's super far. But super far, she would say it's a stone skip. Or it's a stone skip and a flip, and then I don't know if it was that far. She'd kind of say some shit like that. She always would. It's funny, bro. I guess maybe my grandma got me on rhymes because she always had these little rhymes for shit like that. Like
I think you said she would say Jimmy Rig instead of Jerry Rig, because I say Jerry Rig.
Jiffy Rig.
Jiffy Rig is what it was. She was like, "Yo, Isaac, dude, I just Jiffy Rig something." I was like, "You mean Jerry Rig?" He was like, "No, Jiffy Rig, bro."
Dude, Jiffy's 100th of a second, so you do it in a jiff and you rig it.
That is so funny.
MacGyver it. Right? It's fucking
duct tape everything.
But nah, he hits me. And at the time, I was on, and I guess I'm getting back now that, I'm like settled in and I'm like used to the coaching shit with work and like I get back to my vertical grind with the like reels. But like for real, we went there because I was like, I'm gonna ride a horse and like get some vertical reels. And the first hour was learning to ride the horse. I did it once as a kid with my dad and my brother and sister. But, like, you don't really remember. It's not like riding a bike. Like, it actually is very much Avatar. Like, if you're a horseback rider, even though you don't connect your hair to the horse directly, they can just feel it in the breathing. You remember him be like, breathe.
Yeah, you
breathe,
just kept telling you to breathe.
Breathe, Snoop, breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe. Like, he breathe. Like, he would just say breathe. He kept shouting breathe. But, like, once I tuned his voice out and the world kind of out, I really thought about, this is still cheesy, but this is like classic me. Like, you know that song, Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy? Save a horse. It was starting to play in my head when I was riding the horse. I was picturing like walk. Have you ever seen that video? It starts out, they're riding horses across like a bridge, maybe in New York or something. And like the video, I think is just them like walking across the bridge slow. They got a couple like cars, some cowgirl bitches there. There's a bunch of horses. They're riding horses, and like that's what got me to breathe. And
it was cool to see you dial in that moment too, because I'm shooting here filming.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh man, I can kind of tell he's like.
It was a little tense at first. I'm a big guy.
All of a sudden, it was like he snapped into the moment. Like, he just was like, boom, just started rapping like as if he was standing on flat ground and the horse was moving and everything.
And learning how to use the reins.
Yep.
And like,
left turn, right turn.
Yeah, but the whole time I just kept thinking about like James Cameron, the Avatar shit with the like flying joints, because that's really what the connection between the human to animal felt like.
Speaking of the connection, should we do the hair drop moment in this moment? So we can see.
Oh yeah,
you were talking about the hair.
How it connects. Bang.
Yeah, dude. If you don't have, like,
we both got longer. When I met Clipz, though, he had short hair.
Bundles.
He followed my footsteps.
Did I?
I followed Jake Gyllenhaal's from Nightcrawler.
I think I passed a couple people by with the hang time over here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how do you take care of your split ends that long? You just keep cutting them and it keeps going longer?
Yeah, she just takes.
I'll be dropping the ball with split ends sometimes.
Yeah, she cut like 6 inches off a couple months ago, and it just like back.
Sometimes I'll take mine down, and then people be like, "Damn!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I just took 2-3 inches off." But usually he's like, "Oh yeah, she cut 6 inches. No worries."
Dude, straight up, it was like 6, almost 8 inches off.
Wow, he got the clip-on clips.
Yeah,
the MasterClipz undershirt.
It's a little hot in this jump. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, hoodies available for sale. $75 a hoodie if y'all need some.
There you
Shirts go for.
There you go.
30.
We finna have Bob Birch be coming soon.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to hit this, by the way?
No, I'm cool, man.
The triple play. This is a sweet vape. This is the first vape technology I've seen where you got 3 motherfucking, see if I get on the camera straight, 3 flavors, right? And then you flip it at the bottom. Sour diesel, purple haze, straw nana. And you just flip it to a different flavor, and then it hits a different one. Like, I started in the streets when it went from, like, cooking the weed down to fucking turning it to oil. You know what I'm saying? To put it in the vapes and shit. And then, like, yeah, to see the tech go like this. It's like first iPhone to iPhone we have now, but with vape technology.
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy.
Triple play, bro. These are pretty fucking sweet. I love them so much. Bro.
Speaking of taking something from the beginning into where it is now, I just want to promote real quick. Shout out to the Spades Table. We've come a long way. We're about to start season 6.
It was a fucking TV show, bro.
Yeah, we are not a podcast. We are a production.
Not a podcast. This is the podcast. That's the TV show.
It's a production, baby. We only do dope shit. We have great guests. Shout out to Big Books, Sherelle, Boone, Miss Key on the bar. We got Possibly's Big O, Lanae producing.
One thing I love most about Spades Table is like the personality, because they all have their own personalities, but then they always bring like a guest. It's just
they got curveball it.
It's like a curveball every time. Like you never know what a bat finna swing, and then like it's so good.
It's raw entertainment.
Yeah, raw DMV entertainment, baby. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like it really just. It'll open your eyes because it's not what you're expecting, or it wasn't what I was expecting when I first fucking started watching.
We've come a long way. You know, it's been a crazy 5 seasons. We're about to start season 6. You know, it's been a wild ride to say the least. But everybody's grown tremendously.
It's crazy.
It's wild to watch. You know, the progression of the hosts getting better and better every time, and you know, just the locations. Yeah, the locations have been crazy. Shout out to Razor. Shout out to Burgers at Apollo. Shoot, man, we went all the way to Atlanta for part of season 5.
You took the beams, I think. You took the Beamer when you did Atlanta. One of those trips, maybe.
I think I took the Beamer for another booking.
We drive across the country though to do these fucking shows. Like it's really kind of crazy.
It's a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoy the production.
And he like clipsifies it, so it's just that production.
Yeah, I'll be like at 3 a.m, cutting 1 through 7. Shout out to Fury for setting all my project files up. So all I got to go in is open the project. I just have to cut the episode, put the beginning to end, and get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's all about a system. You got to have systems in life.
Gotta have a system. I know we kind of got off on tangents there. We'll be doing that. But my favorite part to segue back for Bronco is that we didn't plan, like after I learned how to ride the horse, like we did, okay, we're going to do walking shot. And there was Cody on another horse, like an actual baby cowboy or a little cowboy, 20s, right? Because Cowboy Kenny's kind of older, like 50s maybe.
Didn't want to be on camera.
Didn't want to be on camera. But like they were very big upon if we're going to move around with the horse, if it has another horse with it, it'll be better, more you in unison, the horse looking at it. I was like, that makes sense, right? So we did the first reel, and then we came up the little back green grass part, and then we did the second part of the Broncos song on it. And then you were like, I'm going to get the wide angle lens. And I'm like, reels, and he's like, I can't. You like insisted, bro. This shit kind of pissed me off for a slight sec.
Because I was using the Ronin.
It's like when I tell a salesperson, no, blah blah blah, only if they're financing, and they're like, they're paying cash, and I'm like, only if they're financing, and then they'll go over, they'll write the deal up, and they'll be like,
but we can still always cut the footage into a portrait style.
Yeah, so I couldn't question him because like the horse shit, like you got to stay connected with your horse. So even if you like, I don't know how these cowboys did it back in the West, because if you start getting heated at another person, your horse was going to start like feeling that energy. It's energy, bro. That's why my wife would say energy. It's energy with the horse, bro. So I kind of just was like, okay, let's shoot it again. So we galloped back to the front. And then we just shot
this was like a quarter mile, and I'm like running with that backpack Ronin on. I'm like dying outside, needing water. Snoop's like, again, and I'm like, oh, I got you.
Again.
Do it again.
But fuck it. He comes with the lens. We did this in that portion, so that intro of the song, when you watch the Bronco video, like, or watch that shit after here, bro. It's on my other playlist under music videos. But Clips has shot it, director, he's everything on that shit.
Y'all can go check out my other music videos as well. It's in there too. Music videos by MasterClipz on YouTube. Everyone's like, do you shoot music videos? Type in music videos by MasterClipz on YouTube.
Subscribe
and it'll all pop up.
Subscribe to his, bro. Hit it with a double tap, subscribe.
Damn, that joint smells good.
This is on Straw Nana. Straw Nana? It's like strawberry banana. It's like a Chobani yogurt. But in
Chobani yogurt.
THC form, bro. Vape THC form. So great. And then with the wide angle lens, we shot the first verse, the second verse. We did one take. One fucking take of those. So like the takes we got were the takes we used.
Yep.
And then we went out to the dirt road and we shot those shots. And that's really when I started. That was like going on the highway or the Autobahn with the horse. I got that bitch to gallop a couple times.
Mind you, I'm still walking.
He was running. And he fucking... Ooh,
don't die, Snoop. Don't die.
Well, at one point, I was getting real comfortable, and I did like the 180 with the horse and came at him, and we got some dope-ass motherfucking shots, and the horse shit. Yeah, no, it just worked out. And like, I didn't think about it in my head, but after I got off the horse, then we're like, yo, we gotta shoot music video shots. And so then we like walked around a little like westernish town that was there with horses in the background, and we got all the side shots and shit. And it just like, we didn't plan it. Like,
we planned your outfit.
We planned the fit. We planned the fit. We planned the horse ride and to go get reels. But we didn't plan on shooting a video.
And then we actually shot another video.
Bitch ass insisted on getting out the wide angle lens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. If you wouldn't have insisted, we wouldn't have had it. Yeah. And then Nate, when we were getting ready to first like do the single shit, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to do Bronco. I'm going to get these reels. He's like, make a video. You have to make a video. So I was just like, damn. It was meant to be. Like, it was the inevitable,
shout
bro.
Out to Nate, bro.
God, he got it. Yeah, shout out to Nate, bro. We've been coming a long way, bro.
Yeah, he's been helping me with the music stuff. It's good.
It really just, it changes, or it's what birthed it. I wrote the song first based off of the whip, not any of the horse shit. So this is cool. Broncos are always a special to me. Although I got fucked on a trade like 2 days ago. I pulled the hitch off. Had a Bronco hitch. I pulled that off. But it's got like an oil light, low pressure light, new car trade, sight unseen. Nobody verified, but we were selling a bunch of cars. We're on Saturday, and like, this car sucks. Or the one that I got was beat, right? But Broncos are beautiful, bro. This is the Outer Banks, I believe. Yep, there we go. Yeah, it's the Outer Banks, that off-road edition. Like, I love Jeeps, as you see my Jeep tap, but I'm more just a domestic off-roader, my core. Give me a fucking Rebel, a TRX. Give me a fucking... I would maybe take a Raptor, maybe.
A Tundra.
I would love Tundra, but I wouldn't take a Tundra off-road.
Yeah.
No, only you need like beaded wheels and shit, bro. That's what I was gonna get to say about Bronco. Like Bronco, when they came with these,
make a Baja truck out of a Tundra, man.
It's crazy. You know what was crazy? When I dug deep to find shit for my Bronco like video and stuff, in the first Ford commercial I saw, Bryan Cranston is the motherfucker. I realized he's the guy for Ford. He does the commercial still, like
crazy.
He does the voiceover, and it's just like that sounds like this is too good to be true. It's all falling together. He's tattooed on my body. Like, what? Like, and it just, yeah. So, like, the car, though, really is what brought it. Because when it came, they brought, like, things Jeep didn't have. And then, like, shout out Big Books.
Yeah, Big Books calling right now.
Call it right. I'll put the Suburban Snoop stickers, though, inside, like, on the hood. I don't know if you saw that. They're so tight, bro.
Indeed.
I got these fucking new, and I got to show it. It's cool. Clips took this sweet-ass photo. Let's see if we get the camera to focus. Focus.
Bring it back towards you a little bit. Bring it back towards you.
See, that's the shit that only you camera people know.
Yeah, man.
Only they know it. But yeah, nah, it's cool. He took this up at MGM. And this
was this MGM? Nah, this was Regal over in Gainesville.
But it was the night we did MGM. See, that's what I'm saying. We went to Regal Gainesville, the movie theater, and that's what's cool. You see the movie sign in the background. That's why I love this picture. I got a fucking weed vape. You caught the tats, the fire. I love that Bone Thugs fit with those Nike
Range
joggers.
Rover, I think it was. Was it a
Range Rover Sport. That bitch sat in my showroom for so long, and then one day this guy just showed up with a Velar, and we actually sold it. It was crazy. I still got the fucking Velar sitting on my lot, bro. Like, damn, these Ranges sit, but they're sweet ass fucking cars, bro. I missed that red interior.
I remember hearing you turn it on, and I was like, what was that?
And like, we shot this at Regal though, and you did the thing where you take the picture and then swoop it up. And
long exposure photography with the good old flash, man.
Long exposure with the flash, and it just is such a sweet photo, bro. But I used that shit. And like, then we went to MGM though, and we shot some MGM reels. Like, it's crazy. We got.
I was going to say that was Bob Barker drip.
For Bob Barker drip.
That's one of my favorite tracks you've ever made, to be honest.
My video for that.
Team all in.
Hell yeah, bro. Roulette wheel. Price is Right spin. I love Price is Right.
Got my glasses on.
Drew Carey shit. Suited up. Call me Bob Barker with the drip.
Yeah, that shit hard.
It's one of my favorites, bro, because I suit up. I wear glasses. Price is Right was my shit as a kid, especially if I got to call out sick for school or something.
It'll just be on.
Dude, 11 to 12, or like out west, it was like 9 to 10. Because like it was like I lived in San Diego as a kid for a little bit, or a couple years there, and like, but Price is Right followed no matter what, and like that wheel spin's always spun in my head.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to like have a song with it in it, and like my engineer for the Record Pro, John Brooks, he's the one who like took the one beep, and like was able to somehow create a wheel spin sound like that.
Crazy.
Like it blows my mind, bro. But fucking, I'm trying to think where we got here. We
were talking about Bronco. We downshifted over because of the photo.
Oh, the photos. That's what it is, the photos.
Bro. We got to promote your event real quick, you know?
Coming up. And even before that, the new fucking Suburban Snoop logo, bro.
Shout out to my nephew, man.
My second one, shout out Kyle. These are so sick. It's like me as like a Chip Skylark.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Snoop. I found out recently, bro, or I dug into it hard and like listened to all their music again, because it's very hard when you just listen to just the instruments. But like this is Chris Kirkpatrick, Chip Skylark.
What?
My shiny teeth and me.
Right.
And like Icky Vicky. It's Chris motherfucking Kirkpatrick, bro.
That's crazy.
But like I've always felt like a Fairly Odd type of person. So like, and I've always loved
Fairly
this.
Odd type of person. What a thing to say about yourself.
I don't know. Like people don't always
relatable.
understand how I get to where I get to, but it's like whatever. And like I don't know.
The destination being broken. Where's that compass? Broken compass, no destination, no direction, baby. Life just takes you on a ride.
Wow, that's sick. It's fucking. And like that show, I watched the fuck out of it too.
Me too. It's
and
my favorite cartoon. Not
yeah, bro. And when you hear the music, that's why we see why it was such a good show. But this design, yeah, I feel like it just like really captures me, who I am as a fucking cartoon, bro. But Kyle's the best. He did this logo too, and he did Clips's other logos.
Yep, on my back.
Wow, you got on the back too. Wow, that's sick. I gotta get a white one like that. Damn. Would you just convert the PNG, I guess? You could black and white it?
Dude, Kyle sends me everything I ever need. He sends me all the files you could ever ask for that you would need as a business.
I did get like 25 when I got this one. He's like, here's 25 different sizes.
Yeah.
25 different
sizes, different types of files. Yeah, color variations, everything. Like, honestly, if you guys need graphic designs, hit me up.
Hit us up and we'll plug you into Kyle.
He is the
plug.
He'll
decide if he wants you. Because he is really
he ain't working with everybody.
Cream of the crop.
I've definitely downshifted on what I'm willing to do out here as well.
And now that we're near Halloween, right? I guess Shining, Clockwork Orange, Chucky. They're Halloweenish, Death Proof. I'm trying to think what shit's up here that I have stacked up here that's Halloweenish, but like, this is my Halloween show, bro. It's going to be a garden social. Annandale.
Scan the QR code.
Scan the QR code. RSVP. I'll bring you a little Halloween goodie bag, right? Personalized from me. But yeah, dude, it's finna be dope. It's gonna be my album release party. I'm doing the show at 10 o'clock, but the event starts at 8. Gonna have a lot of different Halloween activities for the first 2 hours.
Sarcasm's gonna be DJing. That's gonna be super sick.
Sarcasm's DJing. Our boy Sarcasm. You introduced me to him.
It's like one of the best DJs I've ever met.
See, we're all connected. Once you meet a genuine motherfucker in the networking shit, you branch off and you meet other good, healthy branches. Like literally, but that like my DJ. I met with Clipz earlier this year.
It's crazy, the playbook in my contact list I just forget that I have access to. Everyone's like, just go into your contacts, Isaac.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's what I'm about to do today is go around and hit them all with the invites. I'm about to go drop off a bunch of invites to you fuckers in the 703.
703, baby.
Today, bro. I got all these like sweet pictures, and we got the...
You really signed every one of these, bro?
Yeah.
How long does that take?
Not long. I sign think about this. When I put together a deal folder, we go through, 12 documents, 6, 12. So that's 31, I guess, then with the license. But of those 31, I signed like 20 of them on a deal. And we're shooting for 100 cars this month on used cars. So think about that. Like, so I do it. So like, it's not that much, but I'm not necessarily gifted with visual art. But the only thing I am or I've had interest with is like calligraphy. Like as a kid, kind of, I fucked with that.
Yeah, I'm good at handwriting,
but I've truly fell in love with Sharpie calligraphy. My signature, I remember I like built it off of letters I saw in the Declaration of Independence. Like my J is like a very John Hancockian J. And when I circle my shit, like when I sign my name, like it always hit hard. To me, a signature as a kid was so important.
It's crazy that these kids don't learn cursive anymore.
That's sad. Yo, my wife only writes in cursive, bro.
Really? These kids are going to be screwed trying to read her work.
Yeah, bro. Or like when she writes, like she can write like letters, but it's like much slower. When it's in cursive, it's just like fluid. It's like it flows out of your hand. Or it flows out of her hand. Crazy.
Yeah.
But like I said, Halloween, 8 to midnight. I'm going on stage at 10. Fucking, we're going to have hella free candy. They're going to have bomb-ass food, right? Come get that.
Garden Social.
Garden Social, bro. Some Hawaiian food. They got the bubble tea joint up in there, so you definitely got to try some of both of those. And yeah, it's gonna be fun, bro. It's my first show post-COVID, and I got 24 tracks on my new album. I started working on that shit 8-9 years ago, and like you can really just kind of hear the transition and the different points I feel like in events and everything I went through. You hear so much of my favorite films and cinema. Yeah, I'm just so excited to share it all with people. That's the one thing that I just always
enjoy about the music that you produce is the random like plugs to different movies, different TV shows, just the innuendo-y shit that's just like...
I'm thinking my favorite lines from series and shit, or like, but what happens now, because I did it a lot on this album and I got like used to it to where my brain now reverts to it, is when like I'm rapping or thinking of a song, I'll like think of a character responding to me in my head or like a scene and their response, and then I'm like, that's it.
That's crazy.
That's it. Like
crazy
this one, some of these ones coming up, I used the quotes like where I replaced the verse, and like I just took a scene and like chopped it in two, and when it magically lined up with the song, it was meant to be. I was like, what the fuck, bro? It's a Breaking Bad scene. We're gonna keep it a secret for now, but I got 2 Breaking Bad tattoos on my body. I got chemistry tats on my body. I feel like it's the only one I could not get away with, but it's justifiable. Like if I'm going to sample 40, 50 seconds of a scene and it actually fit with the song, like Breaking Bad would be my one pick. I brought it today, my Blu-ray. Like I said,
it's probably one of the last series I actually watched the beginning to end.
Me and Drew were rewatching it recently, and it's how the song kind of got finished, because I had that one on the back burner, bro. Scammer. It wasn't going to be on the album.
Yeah.
And then it just got like reborn. Yeah, inadvertently.
Crazy.
We're down to 2.5 minutes, by the way, of our 59 minutes.
Well, I just want to do a quick shout out to my kiddos and let them know, because I'm never actually on camera. I love you,
dude. It's crazy. He's not though. You go to his pages, it's hard to find out what this motherfucker looks like.
Yeah, man. It's so just hard. I try to stay behind the lens where I'm best at.
Well, he's good on lens too.
I mean, if at any point Head and Shoulders wants to reach out, hair is ready to go whenever y'all
be
need
like
me.
Troy Polamalu, or who is it now? Oh, I think Mahomes do that shit now. Mahomes, I think I've seen him in. Well, they're all.
He doesn't have long hair though.
They're kind of on a Duncan vibe though.
He got like little curls and stuff.
Yeah, but like dandruff is dandruff. It's not just long hair. Head and Shoulders is dandruff. Like that's their market. Kind of like what Kirk was talking about last week. Uber, Lyft differences. Like the Head and Shoulders market is towards dandruff heads type shit. But like think about Duncan.
Ironically enough,
Ice Spice, Ben Affleck commercial. Those odd celebrity pairings. Head and Shoulders doing that shit.
Head and Shoulders is not really.
Who you finna pair us with?
Head and Shoulders does not help with dandruff. I'm telling you from experience.
Shut up. You are taking the...
Just letting you guys know. I actually
used Head and Shoulders this morning because it was like the most fiscally whatever. I use my
Honest
shampoo.
Brand. Honest Brand is the shit.
My wife's conditioner. Because that conditioner, what does she call it? I don't know what it is, but Olaplex, I think is how Olaplex. It's fire.
Well, I just want to, like I said, real quick, I got to do this for the one time. Kiddos, stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. You heard the past, this is the present. We are working on our future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Come on, kiddos.
Family first, man. Got a tattooed on my body.
Learn from our mistakes.
Yes, and only
watch these movies. Watch these movies.
Yes, don't live those movies.
Don't live them. I forgot to say, bro, I wanted to give you my last Suburban Snoop Zippo.
Oh, hell yeah. Is it loaded up? Is it ready to go?
I smoked. Be careful when you light them because the back kind of wore off. No, yeah, the back wore off. Just a little. Well, that's what I'm saying, though. I smoked with it a couple J's. There we go. You saw a little light. Yeah. A
little spark.
But that's why I put it in. It's just like a prop. Movie prop. But we used it for the movie. I had that shit in my pocket for Bronco. I had it in my pocket for a lot of the shoots.
I have a lot of random props from all the things that I've shot. I still have some of the props from the Burbs.
I'll be on the lookout. My Halloween costume is going to be a Pulp Fiction costume. I'm so hyped.
Nice.
But we'll see you next week.
Appreciate you, Snoop.
Hell yeah.